Hi, this is Joseph Land, and welcome to my series, Ask Joseph Land. We're having so much fun with this series. I love getting these questions from all of you, and today I'm going to answer 5 more questions that I hope will help you build a business, or help you consider building a business, or just help you along the way. Now, do me a favor, if you'll go down below and hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and just subscribe to our channel. We'd really appreciate it. That way you know when we're doing one of these series or a number of other things that we have planned. Now today I want to start out with answering a question that Marius asked. He says, how do you come up with business ideas? That's a pretty good question. I'll tell you how I came up with mine. I was working in the transportation business, and the way I was doing it is I was in law school. I didn't like law school, so in the summer I worked for my mentor, who was a shipper of watermelons, and so I handled transportation. And I saw the advantage of working in that business, and gosh, it would have been I thought at the time, a huge business. And so I went to Florida and started with $150,000 that I borrowed, and I ended up with the 8th largest transportation company in North America. That's how I got my first business idea. Once you start and you have success and you hear things and do things, ideas start coming to you, and people start bringing you ideas. And so in this day and time with technology, keep an attentive ear and listen to what's going on and what's happening, and you'll see a niche, or God will lead you to where you need to be so that you can have an idea to make into a business. But that's a great question. Ronnie asked this question. He says, what are some of the things that you consider in a long-term business plan for success? Well, number 1, as I said last week, you have to believe in your plan. Number 2, you have to be tenacious about what it is you want to do. Number 3, you have to be well capitalized. And 4, you have to be in it, for the long term, as you said. But when you get in business, a lot of people have the job mentality. And jobs are great. I'm not here to criticize anybody having a job, but you're asking me about starting a business of your own. And so you cannot bring a job mentality into starting a business of your own. So you have to have a entrepreneur mentality. That means you eat what you kill, like they did in the caveman days. And so you're going to be successful by what you produce. And so you need a long-term plan, business plan that has market sustainability. You need to check your competition. You need to check your cash flow analysis, all the things to compete in a very high-tech business economy that we have today. But that's a great question, and thank you, Ronnie, for asking that. Pooja asked, why is it important to have monthly cash flow analysis? Here's what I'm going to say to that. In business, you can make a profit and go broke. Now that's a little harsh. It's all about cash flow in a business. I was in a transportation business that was very intensive in cash flow, but very low margin. And so with depreciation and a lot of things, you have to really watch your cash flow in a business like that. And so what I would do if I was starting a business today is I would get with someone who's really good as a financial analyst, and I would look at sales versus expenses versus outlay for capital improvements and all those things, to see monthly what my cash flow would be based upon those sales. And I always like to say that sales drive the business. You can have a great business plan, you can have a great accounting staff, a great corporate office, but if you don't have the sales to drive the business, then you don't need to worry about cash flow, because you're not going to make it. So very strong sales program combined with a very good cash flow analysis every month will give you a winner. And thank you, Pooja, for that question. That's a great question, and I have to really give you credit for that, for thinking that deep. Mark asked me, how do you hire people effectively? Well, I want to hire someone who's excited about being a part of my vision. If you hire someone who is not a part of your vision, who has a vision of their own, then they're not going to be the kind of employee that are going to fight for the company and really help the company be successful. Let me give you an example. Steve Jobs at Apple and Elon Musk at Tesla created what they called a free open business plan. They didn't have the silo effect where there were territories involved in the company where this part of the company was competitive with this part, and everybody had their little niche, and there virtually was turf wars going on. That will absolutely ruin a business. So you look what Apple did, you look what Tesla did. You know, man, they created a culture where people were working together for the good of the team, and look at their success rate. And that's what you want to do in your business. You want to create a culture where everybody buys in. You want to treat people like you want to be treated. But there are certain people, you know, that you need that are going to be the employees that will take your company to the next level. And those are the people you're looking for with the mindset, positive about the company's vision, excited about the company's vision, and you'll be very successful. I always like to say, when I find somebody in one of my companies that's a cancer with a negative attitude, who's just very much against what the company's trying to accomplish, I get rid of that immediately, because that will absolutely kill the business. I'm looking for energetic, sharp, positive people who want to be successful, who want to buy into a vision and help a company become scalable and very successful. But Mark, that was a great question. Marcel said, why do entrepreneurs need to focus on building trust in a business? And that's an excellent question as well. You know, when I started my company, I wanted to treat people like I wanted to be treated. I wanted to give them a job, but I wanted to give them a future. I wanted to give them something that they could count on for a long term. And that if they bought in with me early in the business, that they would be rewarded long term. And that's exactly what happened. And so I remember a lot of times I would ask corporate executives or managers or people, you know, what was going on within the business. But I would really get down on the lowest level of my business to really find out what was going on. And that built a lot of trust in my business. Another thing that built a lot of trust in my business, I had a lot of drivers that drove for my transportation company. And so I got involved in NASCAR so I could take them to races. And what I would do is have them and their wives come as a special incentive for safety in our company, driving safely. And what I would do is I would sit in the middle of the room with a notepad, and I would ask my drivers, how can we make this a better company? And you know what? When I started implementing those ideas and doing those things that they suggested, that built trust. And you could just hear those drivers on the road saying, hey, we work for a great man. He listens to us, and not only does he listens, he implements our ideas and makes it a part of the company culture. And so that's how you build trust. You listen to people, you respect people, and you let them give you their buy-in, thereby making your company better. But another great question on building trust in a company. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Ask Joseph Land series. This is a lot of fun. Next week's questions are even going to be more fun. And so keep sending them. I love doing this. I'm sitting here in my office enjoying recording this for you today. I hope you enjoy it. Please, again, go down to the bottom, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll be alerted to all these that we do in the future. So God bless you guys, and thank you for joining me today.